welcome back to the Ari and Daddy
Daddy
show.
Show.
We've been away for a couple of months.
Hmm.
We are back again with the Black Panther Wakanda Forever review.
Wakanda forever.
There will be some spoilers, so if you have not seen it yet, I do apologize, but we are going to give you some spoilers tonight. So, Black Panther Wakanda Forever, so part 2. Let's get into well, first off, how have you been these past couple of months?
What do you mean months?
How have you been? The people haven't seen you.
Well, I've been good. Besides, I've got to have a week to stay home by myself. Well, not stay home by myself, get to stay home
Yeah, you've had
for a break.
right? You've had Thanksgiving break. Have you enjoyed your Thanksgiving break? It's almost over.
One day away. Yes. But I'm probably since there's only 3 days left before the next month, probably we're gonna have a winter break straight after the 3 days. Probably.
Yeah, you have a few weeks, and then you'll have winter break.
Wait, so it's not gonna be after the 3 days?
No, yeah, you have. I think it's December the 18th or so that you're gonna have
a winter break.
Winter break, yeah. So, but you do have it coming up. So there's a lot of things to look forward to, especially if you're
a child
and you're gonna be out of school.
Wait, what did you like to? Actually, I think it was your make that was movie. But what did you like to do as a kid?
What did I like to do as a kid when I was on break?
Yes.
Relax.
No, like what would you do? Would you just sit there?
I would sleep. I would watch TV.
What would you watch?
I would play video games. I would watch sports. I would watch movies. Thank you to Michaelson Joseph, aka Mike 777. Thank you for tuning in. He says hello over on the
Snowman
YouTube side. Shout out to Snowman in the Morning. Thank you for tuning in. You can click on the comments.
Oh, this works too.
Yeah. Thank you for tuning in. Big Snowman. Appreciate your support. Snowman has a show Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Central on BS3 Network. So we are live on multiple platforms right now. We're live on
can I click on it?
Hold on. We're live on YouTube. We're also live on Roku TV. So BS3 TV on Roku. You can find us there. We're also live on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. So BS3 Network on all of those avenues. Also, like, subscribe, and click that notification bell. You can be on top of all of the content. We have content every single day, so you do not want to miss it. All right. So, yeah, let's get to some initial thoughts. So we're talking about Black Panther 2. He said, how about the old school Mavericks logo? Yeah, appreciate that. He says hi, Ari.
Hi. I don't really know who he is.
Yeah, he hosts a show on BSC Network.
What's happening?
All right. So, let's give some initial thoughts. Again, there will be some spoilers. I do apologize if you have not seen it yet. We will be giving you some spoilers in this one.
Be watching this.
But it is 100%
good.
Worth it. They did a good job with part 2.
Oh, another one. Oh, another.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ari, I know you make your daddy proud every day as you remind me of my baby girl, Donna. Aww.
Appreciate that comment. Yes, I'm very proud of her. He has
a baby girl named Donna?
Yes.
Who's Donna?
Maybe you'll add it in the comments. All right, let's get into our initial. Let's get into our initial thoughts. No, you talk to the person that leaves the comments. Okay. All right, so initial thoughts. You go first. You go first. Okay, my initial thoughts. I was looking forward to this because the first one was great, like hands down. It was, I think, the first time we've been able to see something put this well together. Probably since Blade. Blade was probably the last, Black Marvel character that I can really remember that had a
Blade?
main role. Yeah, that was kind of before your time, but they
What's
are coming out with
Blade?
a new Blade. I'll show you
Who's
after the show. Blade is
Blade?
like is a Marvel character. Wesley Snipes played Blade. I'll show you.
Is it?
I'll show you.
Is it like? Uh,
He was
Bolt?
like a he was like
Is it like
a
Bolt?
no, he was kind of like a vampire superhero.
So he sucks
I'll
villain's
show
blood?
you. I'll show you.
Okay.
But
That's what it sounds like.
we were all looking forward to it. We were kind of having a little bit of FOMO
A lot of family,
because a lot
of
of
my
people have
family
already
watch it,
seen it.
including our
So
family.
my parents have seen it. Some other people have seen it. So yeah, we felt like we were missing out. So we went to go see it on Thanksgiving night.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, really my initial thoughts are I felt like they did a really great job. Gave you kind of some new characters. So there's a lot to look forward to, especially if you're a Marvel fan. There's a lot to look forward to in this film. All right. Next.
Well, my initial thoughts was it was really good. It was a lot. It was really exciting, but it was also really good. And this is a spoiler alert if you haven't seen this. But at the end, should I say the spoilers later?
No, you said no.
Well, one of the spoilers is at the end. If you have seen this, you know what I'm talking about. But at the end of the movie, where the brother's sister became the queen, that her friend had a son, and that was T'Challa's son, as in her brother's son, and he was gonna be king. So that's a little spoiler, but overall, this was really good.
Yeah, yeah. So to Ari's point, there was a character in the movie
At the end,
which was I'm gonna get into the exact name so I can tell you. But Lupita Nyong'o, so Nakia. You remember from the first one?
Nokia.
Nakia was in love with T'Challa.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they had a baby, and that baby is now about. It looks like he was about 5 or 6 years old.
And he's
So he
now
was
Prince.
saying, yeah, he was saying that he's Prince. So
Can you say
that
what
was
his name was before he said he's really T'Challa?
I don't remember what he said his name was. If I can find him,
he's little. He's little.
Yeah, I can. I don't remember what he. So he was in Haiti.
Haiti?
Yes. So
what's Haiti?
It's a country. It's like near France. They speak French.
French.
So that was a big. That's a big spoiler because that was at the end.
Oh, also,
go ahead.
It's in the spoiler, but this is the last one I'm gonna give you, and then I'm gonna let my dad give the rest. But with when his when wait, what's her name?
Kia?
No, the daughter.
The daughter. Her name Shuri.
So when Shuri, so when her mother, so when Shuri's mother was sitting down and Shuri was sitting down too, Shuri's mother was gonna say something, was gonna tell her something. But at the end, when that part happened that I had told you about, I thought that might have been what Sherry's mother was trying to tell her before Sherry's mother died. That's the last spoiler I'm gonna give you. But
yes.
Yeah.
So that was another part of the movie. But your initial thoughts? Did you give your initial thoughts already?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I gave 2 spoilers.
All right. So let's get into the plot of the movie. So as we kind of talk about these I don't have one. As we kind of talk about these different parts of the movie, we'll break it down in our own way. That's what we do on BS3 Network. We kind of break down films in our own way, giving our own and different thoughts.
Oh, CJ.
Yeah, what's up, CJ? He says, what's good, Ben? And all right, appreciate you.
What's your?
It means like, yo, like, what's up? So thank you for tuning in, CJ. If you have not seen Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. We're gonna give you some tips, and we're gonna give you some spoilers. All right, so the plot. If you look at the first Black Panther movie, that was them kind of setting the stage, and Killmonger was the quote unquote villain in that film. Now,
name was
fast forwarding, Killmonger was the one with the Michael B. Jordan.
Huh?
You remember when she took the potion?
Oh, you
That's
mean
Killmonger. All right, so the plot kind of comes down to he's not gonna have his name.
Oh,
but
yeah,
that's who it is.
Michael B. Jordan.
All right, so it kind of comes down to we all know Chadwick Boseman. Rest in peace to him. He passed away. So they kind of open up the film with a tribute to him, and then it immediately goes into their.
Daddy.
Let me finish it. So they kind of go into it to where they're in Wakanda. The queen is now running it. So Angela Bassett's character is now the queen of Ramonda. So she's now she's the queen. So she's basically running things. So they're at a United Nations meeting, and they kind of say, okay, we know you guys still have
Venom. Not Venom.
Yeah, you guys still have
that purple stuff. That's what I'm gonna say.
What is that called? We should know what that's called. We just seen the movie.
It's the vibranium.
Vibranium. Thank you very much. You're a great addition to the show.
Yeah, I just remembered. Good. I was about to say
so
again.
So the other countries realize that they have vibranium. They're trying to figure out they want it. So the plot is there's vibranium somewhere else that is not just in Wakanda, and it's in a different kind of underworld
water
country world where they're trying to find. So it's basically this new kind of villain, which is the guy's name is Namor.
Where is
he? He's in a under. He's in an underworld country, and that's kind of where the plot comes in at. Those two countries are kind of going at each other. Let's see. We got another comment. It says, "Such a great duo." Thank you for tuning in. So if you're tuning in,
so many more comments.
And if you're tuning in the Facebook group, we may not know.
CJ Boyd.
Hold on. We may not see who you are. So you do have to go to StreamYard.com/Facebook. If you go to that, we'll be able to see who you are exactly. And then we can kind of give you a shout out. Oh, that is
CJ Boyd.
Claudia Hart. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate that. Lefala, I haven't seen it. I'm gonna have to talk correctly. Yeah, we got kids. We got kids tonight.
Wait, what's IMMA?
IMMA? Like I am. It's just a short way of saying it. Go to the next one.
I am have to correct.
And Ari's working the comments tonight. Thank you very much.
Did they ever explain Chadwick Boseman's death?
They didn't. They didn't really talk about it. They didn't say. They just said he had an illness. They didn't talk about it.
When did they ever say he had an illness?
Well, they said he passed so quickly. So Shuri, who's like a scientist, she was trying to figure out.
She was trying to save her brother.
Yeah, she was trying to save her brother. Hold on, I will let you do it. Hold on a minute. She was trying to save her brother, but she wasn't able to make kind of a dose of something to save him in time. But they didn't really touch too far into it.
Peggy Johnson. Hello.
Hey, Sister Johnson. Thank you for tuning in.
Hi.
From Ibach. You probably might not remember her, but she remembers you. He says, I'm going to
laugh out loud.
Appreciate you. All right, so.
Wait. I need to tell you something. So how did he die though? And actually, in real life, did he die, or was it just an accident?
So he in real life he died. He had cancer. So he died. He didn't really talk about it. So in the movie they did, and if you remember, they did say they didn't really touch on. He didn't really talk about the illness that he had.
I mean, they said that he died in the movie.
Right.
As
They didn't say
acting,
exactly how he died.
but was he in real life? Did he actually?
Yeah, he did. He did pass away.
At the age of what?
I'm not sure. Let's find out. That's why I have the internet. All right, talk about the plot while I'm doing this right now.
What you said?
He was 2020 minus 1976. And this is it. We're doing a little. We're doing a little math. We're doing a little math while we're doing the podcast at the same time. So he
2020,
was
1796. What? 1976.
He was 44 years old when he passed.
Why'd you say 2020?
That's when he passed away.
44.
All right, let's get back focused. Get back focused.
44.
Talk about the plot.
Oh, sorry. Well, the plot. That's cool. What made
You said that's cool. What made it much more unfortunate? He was still pushing out excellent movies, and he was talking, and he was talking about his sickness. Yeah, he didn't really talk about it at all, and I think that's the part that was kind of heartbreaking. Is that he didn't really talk about it, but he still did movies. He did May Rainey's Black Bottom. He also did the Spike Lee movie. I'm drawing a blank on the name of it, but he did that movie as well. I think it was left open for part 3. Yes, it was. Sister Johnson, yes, it was. Go ahead. You want to mention that?
I think it was left open
for part 3.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
Because
there's a lot of room there.
Well, because it was kind of short. Don't click on the next one.
Okay. Talk.
Well, it was kind of short, but at the end when he said T'Challa, well, at the end of the whole movie, we actually stayed a little bit longer to see if there was something left, and there was. And then at the end, it said that Wakanda, that Black Panther was coming back. Yeah.
Yeah, it says Black Panther will return.
Yeah, Black Panther will return, and that was the clue that showed that we are gonna have a third Black Panther movie.
Yeah, they could go a lot of different ways with this because obviously the son that we now have realized he had with Nakia, he could be
the king.
He could be the king. He could come for the throne.
He could be he could
also.
Well, after his auntie has been sister.
Right. Also, if you remember at the part where Namor was saying that the United States is going to come after Wakanda for the vibranium, and they're going to need us to help them. So there's really 2 different ways they can roll with this.
What's
Marvel, Marvel does a great job with. I just said the sun.
No, like the 2. What
the other one is the other underworld country. Wakanda may need their help when the United States tries to come after them for the. I'm not going to click on the comments. You're running the comments, so I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
So yeah, there definitely could be a part 3. Who is that?
Ben and Irene. It looks like Benjero.
They just have it together. Go to the next.
Said it. Getting. I can't stop. Good evening.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Next comment wasn't Ben. I'm really gonna have to spell check and make sure I'm typing in full sentences and not just using
any slang.
You can use slang. We just gonna educate on live on air.
Not really.
Go
ahead. Not gonna be me. No.
Go ahead.
They did a great tribute to Chadwick.
They did. They made sure to do that, not just at the beginning, but also in other parts of the movie.
Oh, Chadwick.
And he will really he'll forever be the original Black Panther because we haven't
let them see
we haven't seen a lot.
Let them see what it looks like.
I'll just put it on the front of the screen here in a minute.
Wait, let me.
But go ahead. Talk about. Is there anything else you want to talk about with the plot? I don't think you touched on that yet.
I did.
You did already?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I did.
All right, I'm gonna pull up a graphic here. Let me get to in a minute. All right, so let's talk about some likes. Let's talk about some likes
Likes and dislikes.
and dislikes of the film. All right, once that loads up, you can
Oh,
go ahead and click on it now.
this so
Yeah.
you guys can see it.
All right, so this gives you kind of a view of kind of the plot of the movie. So on the left, you have
Wakanda,
Wakanda, and on the right, you have
the the fish people. But wait,
yeah.
don't hide it. I need them to say it again because because another reason is because that they at the at the end before at the at the, before end of the movie they actually
Keep talking.
well wow they actually to get they
Atlantis. So they're from Atlantis. That's
yeah.
where Neymar and his and really if you're a fan of any type of comic books, okay, you ready to take this one now?
Wait, no.
If you're a fan of comic books, it's similar to
Talking.
Aquaman. But
But also at the end before the end they actually chose to unite.
yes.
Yeah, they chose to unite.
All right, we have some comments.
Good.
So some likes. Let's talk about some likes.
You start.
So I would say
Wait, pause. Not trying to get political, but I wonder if they was really treating Chadwick Boseman like they did the character Tony Stark in Spider-Man movies.
you remember you were seeing Tony Stark's face everywhere, and all the Avengers talked about him as well. It could be because I think they want to pay respect to Chadwick Boseman, but I think eventually they're probably going to develop either Shuri because she was Black Panther in this film, or they may develop the son, who Nakia's son, which is who is T'Challa's son, but also in based on the comic book, I believe Killmonger was the Black Panther for a period of time, and they also left the door open for Killmonger because he was in a scene of the movie, which I didn't think they were going to have Killmonger in this one.
Who's Killmonger?
That's Michael B. Jordan.
Sorry.
But it's on.
They didn't call his sister the Queen, which was a clue for no 3.
Number 3, film number 3. They didn't call. You're saying they didn't call Shuri Queen? Yeah.
Yeah, but they kind of still.
She became Black Panther. Like, remember she took the.
Oh, maybe in number 3 they're gonna call her Queen and actually like really do the
maybe
stuff.
That really honestly.
Well, I know it's gonna be true. I don't know about that, but I know.
It leaves a lot of potential doors open, and I think that's the greatness of Marvel. That's the greatness of what they've done with Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. And big shout out to Ryan Coogler with another. Let's give him a round of applause. Coogler. He's the one that directed both of the Black Panther movies. So, all right, likes. Let's get into some likes about the movie.
Hitting that.
I know. Go ahead. You go first.
You go.
I already went first on the last one. You go first on this one.
Some likes was when Shuri when Shuri was okay, so I have 2 likes. One was when Shuri had when Shuri had she didn't really steal. It wasn't stealing, but when she had captured, actually it wasn't capturing you, but when she had got the scientists and they were and they were working together.
Mm-hmm.
It was it was just really cool because it looked like they were going to become friends, and it kind of looked like there was going to be a 3rd movie where the scientist was going to come back and they were going to work together on science projects. I don't know, but that's one of the things I liked. Also, another thing I liked was when at the end she figured out that her brother, even though he died, he still has another person to help, as in the his son. So those were the two things I liked.
Yeah, I would say one of the things I liked is definitely the beginning and the tribute that they did to Chadwick Boseman, and I also liked the aspect of Ironheart. So Ironheart um, was the student in the film that built that machine to try to track vibranium. So she was another a new character that Marvel kind of released. I liked Namor. I like the adding that character, and then also I would say I like the ending and how they did the ending with T'Challa and Nakia's son. So those are some of the likes. Let's get to some comments.
I have wow. I
Go ahead, read it.
I love the way they emphasize it. They emphasize the connection between the African and Hispanic culture.
They definitely did that with both of these countries or both of these nations. All right, let's go to the next comment.
CJ Boyd, in the comic books, Eric Killmonger was revived twice actually. What does that mean?
Revived. I'm assuming he was dead and he was brought back to life.
How?
I don't know. Finish reading the comment.
Oh no. Okay. To become the Black Panther, I also seen somewhere in the end credits they had Dr. Doom at the end. Who's Dr. Doom?
He's a villain in the Marvel. And hey, that's a good point, because again, there's multiple ways they can go back. They can go with this, with future Black Panther films. And the fact they had Killmonger in the movie, to me, means he's going to be another part of the future, Marvel universe. All right, let's next comment.
Great point, Ari. Thanks.
All right, and
can you read them and I'll click on them?
Okay. In the comments, Dr. Doom actually invaded Wakanda, and they went to a person called Kashamba in like the year 2099. So I wonder if that's the way they're going to go in part 3. Hey, it's a possibility.
Brian D. Williams. Good evening.
Bro. Shout out to A-Trap. Thank you for tuning in, co-host of the forecast on Mondays, which we got a review coming up. Also, Ben and Irene Sutter. They're not only my parents, but they also host a podcast called Subs or Us, which was just on right at 3 Central here on BS2 Network. You can just say good evening. You don't have to type good evening.
It's for everyone.
Okay, go ahead. You can hit enter. All right, let's get to some dislikes.
3. All right.
So I would say one of the dislikes, I didn't like seeing Angela Bassett, aka let me get to her name. Hold on. I'll do it.
Wait, no, why is it
everybody is all one word.
Wait, don't send yet. I need the
all right, so
DTV capital.
Okay, so Ramonda, I didn't like seeing her pass. That was one, I did not like that.
At least she got to save.
Yeah, at least she was in most of the movie.
She saved her though.
She saved Ironheart. Her name's Ironheart.
Why is her name Ironheart?
Because remember she had the Iron Man suit on. She basically created her own Iron Man suit. So based on the comic, she's probably going to take. She's probably going to be in future Marvel films, but so yeah, I did not like that part. That was probably my only.
That might have been the saddest part.
Yeah, it might have been my only dislike, to be honest. But it's a movie. It's a Disney movie.
I heard
somebody has to die.
You said
somebody has to die.
You said in every Disney movie someone has to die. That is not true.
Stop begging us to say, but it is true.
Well, in Rapunzel, that
Didn't the old lady die? Her evil mother?
No.
Yes.
She turned to
Fine. So she died.
But that was
But
because
anyway,
she was old.
anyway, that's my theory.
I heard A-Rap.
H-Rap.
But it has an R.
H-Rap. I heard H-Rap was going to be the next Black Panther. Hey, I'm ready.
A-Rap?
I'm ready.
He's going to go in the movie?
He said she owes me, she owes H-Rap $23.38. You don't have to click on our comments.
Okay.
All right, any dislikes?
Oh, what? Why is it going twice?
You don't have to click on it.
I'm not.
Yeah, you are. All right, dislikes.
She owes H-Rap $23.38. For what? I did nothing, and I'm not giving you that money.
He's not talking to you.
Oh, he's talking to you.
He's talking about the Black Panther people, I'm assuming.
Why?
Right, go ahead. Any dislikes? You don't need to. Dislikes, focus.
I didn't have any.
You had no dislikes at all? No, none. Zero. Zilch. Nada. You had no dislikes. I'll take that.
I won. Fine. Fine, I had two. Okay. The first dislike I didn't like was that they had put the part where T'Challa's son said that he was T'Challa's son at the end. I didn't like that. Well,
Why not?
Well, I did like it, but like I kind of didn't like it because they could have put it like at the very beginning to figure, so they could already know that T'Challa had a son. Like it would kind of
yeah. But I mean, when it comes to when you're making a film, and when you're doing a Marvel film, they're gonna leave something at the end, for people to want to come back
for more
and watch more. So I get why they did it, but I like your point too. They could have added it, earlier in the movie.
Another dislike I didn't like was that the Queen had to die.
Yeah.
Oh, also a third dislike I didn't like was that when T'Challa Queenie, her name?
Who?
The sister.
Shuri?
Yeah, sorry. Well, I didn't like that when after Shuri had drank the thing and she thought she was gonna see her brother and mom, she actually saw Michael B. Jordan or
Killmonger.
Yeah, Killmonger. And I didn't like that. She kind of tried to fight.
Yeah.
With her words, but tried to fight to say that it wasn't true. But yeah, that's
all right. So we are gonna take a quick commercial break.
Why?
We're gonna take a quick commercial break, and when we get back, we'll talk further about Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, and we'll talk about the funniest moments of the film. So we'll be right back. Check out this commercial for one of our shows on BS3 Network.
This is a BS3 Network presentation.
I want to show that attainability. I want to show the accessibility of this kind of lifestyle.
From social media to having conversations with friends and family, you always have to put on face and say face.
What brings a smile to my face is the one person that totally believes in me, and that's my beautiful wife, Jody.
I just had to stop because I didn't value myself. I didn't love myself. And it's like, I have to learn to love myself.
Changing the world one conversation at a time. This is Revelations.
All right, welcome back to Ari and Daddy Show. We are back with another review. It's been a couple months, and we're back to review Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. He said, "No, you, the Black sister, the Black Panther's sister."
What is that? What do you mean?
So we got a couple questions here. Thank you so much. Go ahead and click on.
No, what did he mean?
Shuri is the Black Panther's sister.
I know.
That's what he's talking about. All right, so thank you for tuning in. She's a co-host of Life Happens. Thank you so much.
Who becomes king? Well, actually, let you read it. No, I'm gonna read it. Who becomes king? Was it the king guy in the mountain, or was that meant to be funny?
So you remember? So who becomes the king? You remember the let's see, M'Baku,
M'Baku?
the guy that they live in the mountains. He's the one that had the furry thing over him and all that.
Yeah.
So I don't think he became king.
He didn't become king.
But there was a moment where they went to the
They
place.
let him sit down.
Well, they went to the place where they were going to fight. You said, was it the king guy in the mountain, or was that meant to be funny? I think that was just meant to be funny because he's always challenged the throne. So I don't think there's anyone that's really the king right now, king or queen.
Except
for
the little boy.
Sister. Well, the boy, which you saying he's the prince.
He is.
Technically, he is. But I think with Shuri, I think she just became Black Panther. I don't know. I don't think she necessarily became queen. So I think at this point, yeah, I don't know who, because they didn't really. I don't really know who they really gave the reins to. So that's a really good question. Thank you for that question. All right. So funniest moments or moments, if we have more than one. What's your funniest moment?
You go. Besides, I already went last time.
So my funniest moment was when Ironheart came on the scene, because she was so not used to what was going on.
Wakanda.
That she really added a funny element to it. So I would say when Ironheart really first came on, she added a funny element when they came into her dorm room, and she was like, "Hold on, what are you doing here?" And I got a chemics class, and it was like, "Look, you want to die? You want to go to this chemics class?" And then also when they were making fun of the trying to think of her name, Okoye, when they were making fun of her hair, the lack thereof. I thought that was a funny part too.
she said, I knew there was something wrong with it. and then the doctor said, and then Sherry said, it's fine. But yeah,
Shuri's trying to make her feel good, but
inside, Sherry knows it's funny.
But yeah, that was any funny moments you have? Any other funny moments? What?
Keep it on Jeopardy.
I don't remember which of the soundbite that is. Go ahead and talk. Just talk. Stop banging.
Something I.
You big dummy.
Oops, wrong one.
What was it? What was the sound?
That's the Jeopardy. All right, go ahead.
Well, one of my funniest moments was definitely when the scientist came in, but also was when Sherry and the king was kind of fighting, because sorry, that was funny, but at the end with the son and all, it was like funny because of how he was saying, like when he said, "Oh, I heard you can keep secrets." Like that was funny.
Yeah, that was good. And I think another part of it too, just sending out this link real quick. I think another funny part was Julia Dreyfus, adding her to this. Adding her to the film. Julia Louise Dreyfus. She was Valentina. She was one of the, I think, the FBI. She had a little bit of a funny element, so it was kind of cool to see her in the film. When she was riding,
she kind of acted a little evil after.
Yeah, she did at one point, but she had a little bit of funny element when they were driving. When they first met. Yeah, when they were driving, or when he pulled up to the scene and he put the thing in his pocket, and she had a little bit of an interesting.
How was it funny?
It wasn't that funny. But I'm
No,
saying,
just
I'm
tell
just
me,
saying
like,
it
how?
wasn't. I'm telling you, it wasn't. But
No,
she
like, how
added
was it?
she added a different element to the film that wasn't in the first
I don't. Was she in the first one?
one. No. All right, let's get to what would we change about the movie.
You go.
I went first. You go now.
You go.
Go ahead. What would you change about the film?
Well, I had already said it in the when we were talking about the likes. So,
Well, say it for the people that weren't here yet.
but you remember? Right? Remember when
No,
I
I
said
don't.
they could have made him go earlier in the movie?
Yes. Okay. So you're saying that the son would have been earlier in the movie.
Well, could have been okay. What I would change is that, like, instead of the sun being at the end, maybe it could have been at least in the beginning somewhere, so they could already know that there would be a sun rolling, and like maybe they would add like more details about that. But yeah, that's what I would
That's the only thing you'll
change.
change. All right. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
Sorry.
All right. So the thing that I would change. Let me think.
Can you choose
Let me
two?
give myself the.
Jeopardy.
Which one is it?
Let me hear it. Let me hear it.
So you need to hear it. You're live on a show. You don't need to hear the music.
It's not ready yet.
Okay. So the thing that I would change.
You have to choose two.
I don't know if I have one. I think I would have liked to see.
Oh, the queen that died. Oh,
No, that part. I think that part had to happen just for the film.
yeah.
But the thing I would change is I would like to have a definite, kind of to Deborah's point, a definite who's the king or the queen, because it wasn't very clear. I guess you would think it would be Shuri because she would come by Black Panther, but I don't think she really wanted that status. So that's one thing I would say. The other thing I would maybe change is we didn't get to see the character,
The most regular character.
what's his name, Daniel Coulier. I don't think he was in this one. I know he was Okoye. Him and Okoye, I believe, were married. They didn't show him in this film. I'm not sure if he was in it. I just didn't recognize it. So I was expecting to see him in the film, and I did not. So that's only two things I would change. All right.
Now let's go to
Favorite character.
And then does it still have who would you be? Yes. You go.
I already went. It's your turn.
No, I went first that time.
Why you don't like going first?
Well, I went first that time. you need to go second.
Go ahead.
You
Favorite character.
I went first.
All right. My favorite character was Namor. He was
Namor, the fish person?
Yes, the fish man, or
Wait, this is
he
his
was like
drawing?
half fish, half.
Feline?
Yeah, this is like his comic book.
But he was in a comic book?
Yeah, this is all based on a comic book.
Even Shuri?
Yes, all of it. So Namor was my favorite character. I really liked the he was a villain and then he became an ally, but I thought he was a really cool character that it was kind of hard for them to figure out how to beat him as the villain. So that was my favorite character. Who was your favorite character?
I need to look at all the people. My favorite character would have to be. This is hard, but my favorite character would have to be Shuri because she was really trying to like beat him, but also she was trying to help her family, and I really like that, and also she missed her brother a lot, so that's who I would choose.
All right, come closer when you talk. If you guys are having any trouble hearing us or anything, let us know as I'm adjusting some things.
Wait, can we put on the picture?
No, we're good. We're good. All right. So, who would you be? Who would you be in the film?
I already went first.
Talk a little bit louder.
Okay.
Talk louder.
Oh, okay. Actually, I don't know who I would be.
I would be M'Baku. I always liked this character, played by Winston Duke.
Wait, can I see who's M'Baku?
Yeah, he was the guy. You may have to scroll up some. He was the Mountain King. I don't know if that's what they called him exactly.
You mean
But
him?
no,
Neymar? M'Baku.
that was him, M'Baku. I always liked his character, even from the first film.
Oh
So
yeah, how he was.
in this film, he kind of took a more a bigger role because he was needed. So that's who I would be.
Oh, actually, I remember how I would be now. I would be the scientist because she made really cool
Yeah,
gadgets.
she was pretty cool.
Yeah, I would be the scientist. What's her name again?
Ironheart.
I would be Ironheart.
And I think, and like I said, she is going to. They have a lot of ways they can go with this because not only do they have Ironheart that they kind of introduced, but they have Black Panther a third. They also have like a TV show that they could kind of do something with on Disney Plus. So he said, I'd be Killmonger. I would be telling my cousin from the, I don't know, maybe from the jump. I can't see that graphic.
Oh wait, it's right here.
See there said, I would be telling my family from the ancestral plane to turn up. yeah. He was a very good character from the first,
Wait,
and even in the second one. Yeah, CJ said it. But yeah, he added a part in the movie, so that kind of surprised me. So basically, to tell a little bit about, let's see the mic here. So you can hear us. Yeah, talk loud. All right, so to one of the parts of the, don't do that. We're live. Don't do that. Yeah, it's what the whole point is. So so one part of the film is, so Shuri was trying to get revenge. Her mom died on the hands of Namor because he came in. They were at first they were going to be
like
friends, and he said, "All right, help me, take over the world or go up to the to basically America to kind of defend that we have vibranium." And so then she decided not to. So Namor came in with all this water, and he flooded the town and ended up killing the queen. So she wanted revenge. So she found this. She created the potion to recreate the Black Panther serum, if you will. Remember, she drank the juice from the flower, right? But that made her Black Panther.
Yeah.
So she drank it, and if you remember, whenever they drink it, they go into the ancestral plane and they see somebody.
Ooh.
So instead of her seeing her mom or her brother, she's seen Killmonger. And Killmonger said, "Are you going to be the person that's going to be like your brother, where you're going to kind of be a peacemaker, or are you going to be the person that's going to, like me, that's going to take care of business?" And basically, in saying that, was she going to kill Namor and basically kind of cripple that underworld nation? So it got into a battle between Namor and Shuri, and Shuri had the opportunity to kill him. But instead, what did she do?
Well, she saw her mother and she said, wait, what did her mother?
She said, "Show him who you are."
And instead of her killing him, she said, if you can make a peace with her, with me, then I won't kill you. Right. And he said yes, and then so really it was like she showed who she really was, because inside she was just like her brother. She actually really wants to.
Yeah, she was mad though. I mean, she was going to kill him, but so now they're allies. So again, going back to the potential Black Panther 3, you're probably gonna see Namor again, and you're probably gonna see them potentially working together. He says, "I feel like Killmonger is a person everybody wants to be, but when it's time to be their person, nobody wants to step up. Killmonger was a true life stepper." I agree with you. He was Michael B. Jordan.
No, I mean I thought it was someone else. You said you wanted to be Killmonger, but I thought it was someone else.
Okay, so I agree with you. A lot of people don't want
Oh,
to.
sorry.
It's fine. A lot of people don't want to take that initiative or take that stance because you will be shunned and you will be
Maybe hurt.
looked upon as evil or looked upon as you don't care. But yeah, he was real in the first one. A lot of
Thank
people actually agreed with Killmonger and didn't agree with T'Challa in that kind of ending scene in the first one.
Really?
All right, special moments. So special moment. I'll go first. It was definitely the end with T'Challa's son that we did not know existed. So that was a really good ending, and I think that was the most special moment of the film.
Well, I didn't know that T'Challa actually in the first one when you said got married to.
But he didn't. We didn't know that they had a son because they didn't do anything in the first
Did they
one to
get
say he
married
did.
at all?
No, I don't think so.
Well, then how can they have a son?
They had a son. It happens.
You can't just have a son and I don't.
You can have a son and not be married. They were in a relationship and they had a son.
Okay, I don't get it. Okay,
We can talk about that after the show.
I really want to turn on an old age.
What?
No. Okay. Well, my special moment was definitely just like Daddy's, the last part, but also my other special moment was when instead of there's so many people on the stage, I'm forgetting some of
Scoot
them.
up and talk about it.
Well,
You don't have to hold anything. Just talk louder.
well, I would.
He said that's a conversation for a different age and a different time. Yeah, that's a conversation we'll have off air.
Limo? What? He's on a limo?
No.
Limo. That's a conversation for a different age and different time than laugh out loud.
All right, get to your point. Special moment.
Well, a special moment was definitely what I said, but also when instead of what's her name?
Shuri.
Yeah, instead of Shuri killing him, even though she did want to, instead she chose to unite and actually become partners with him. So those are my two special moments.
All right. So
Final thoughts.
Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Let's get into our final thoughts. And I think we do have an actual banner for that. Final thoughts. You're first. And go.
Okay, so my final thoughts was overall, I thought it was just a really, really good movie. It was really interesting. They had, I liked how they had this new villain because in every movie you have to have a villain.
Sure.
Like even if it's a true story, still.
Yep.
But I really liked it. I know we're not on the grading part yet, but I really liked it. I want to give my grade.
Go ahead. You can give it right now.
I want to give like the number grade. Can we give the number grade and the letter grade? Like
normally we just do the letter.
Can we do both?
Sure.
Lex, I'm gonna do it when we change that to grade. But yeah, that's my final thought.
All right, my final thoughts. I thought it was a great sequel. I think they did a great job paying tribute to Chadwick Boseman. I think the film really showed some depth because the first film was kind of just laying the groundwork. This one, it took some range. It added in some other characters. It was really great to see Ironheart. And so it was great. It was great. I definitely recommend everybody going to see it. I would say it did leave you wanting more. I mean, I think that's
all the Marvel movies leave you doing more.
That's what a great filmmaker does. So let's get to CJ's comment. He says, I feel like that's a valuable lesson,
Life lesson.
as well. We will have challenges in our life, but sometimes what feels right isn't the best way to go about it. And that decision can either lead you to serious trouble with the law or locked up. Very good point.
As in going to jail. Which is
Yes.
not a good thing.
Appreciate you, CJ. Says great show. Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for tuning in. CJ is co-host of Elevate. Comes on Thursdays.
Elevate.
Set Thursdays at 7 Central, 7 p.m. Central,
Mhm.
right here on BS3 TV and network.
Great.
So I don't think we have one. Actually, we do. Let me scroll down
We
a
do?
little bit.
Can you make it?
And
Can I click
so
it?
we're gonna get into our grade, which on this show,
You don't have it?
that's right.
Oh,
So on
movie
this show, we
grade.
do A
Why did you
through
do
F.
checker?
You want it the other way?
Wait, actually, I like it that way.
All right. So on this show, we do a grade from A to F, and we're gonna go ahead and give our grade. You
And
want
we're
me to go
gonna do our
first?
number too. That's what
I don't
can
really
we
have a
start.
number. Go ahead.
No, I mean like 100, or it would have to go to from 10 to 100.
Okay.
100 is
I'm gonna give it a 98, which is a
minus.
no, it's an A. It's a solid A. We'll give it
It's just a solid A.
Mhm.
So it was really good.
Yeah, it was really good. Yes.
I would give. I'm doing my numbers first. I would actually give it. I'm sorry, people, but I would actually give it maybe like I can't say it because I know people aren't gonna like this. Was not funny, but I would give it 100, and I would
Okay.
give it an A plus. But a little. The only thing, maybe I wouldn't give it an A minus, but the only thing, A plus, yeah, an A plus. That's what I would do.
And so we're not doing the NFC
Then
Beast
are y'all?
podcast tonight. A lot of the guys are with family, so we're not doing that show tonight. We'll be back next week though with the NFC Beast. He says 0 mics on my Wilkes voice.
Wilkes
That's
voice.
a forecast. All right, so yeah, I would definitely recommend you go see it. It's still
Oh,
in theaters. It'll probably be in theaters probably through the rest of the year, I would think, because there's still a lot of people I don't think have seen it yet. And at the end, no, at the end of each show of Ari and Daddy show, Ari
let me
gives
give her.
us a movie tip that you should watch.
So this movie tip today is it's already out in the movie theaters.
Is it?
It's a yeah, I think yeah. We
Keep
saw
talking.
it. We saw the show.
Keep talking.
So it's already out in the movie theaters, and also it's about to go on. Well, not yet, but it's about to be on Disney Plus, and it's Strange World. If anyone has seen it, don't give any spoilers. But yeah, it's out in the movie theater, and it's called Strange World.
And I'm gonna pull up a graphic of it for you guys. It's definitely a kids movie. That's mainly what we review
But we might
on
review
this show.
movies that might have words that I don't like and that I know sometimes.
So
you
let me
guys
pull up a
say.
graphic here. It is they're using very similar faces to
Can I click it?
go ahead. They're using very similar faces to Encanto in this film.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can only see their backs, but it's another Disney film, and they've been putting out a lot of really good things. So that's our movie tip of the week, and we truly thank you guys for tuning in to the Ari and Daddy show. We will be back. I don't know when, but we will be back to do another review. Maybe
we'll be
Strange
back
World.
after Strange World.
Yeah, we'll come back and we'll review that. But thank you guys for tuning in. But thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you for your support. Let's give a shout out to the people that gave us thumbs up and likes. We got Anthony Lansdowne, aka Big Illinois.
How many?
We got Lloyd Phillips, the Jeff Fox Show,
how many
Sister
likes?
Johnson, Vince Wright, Justin Caraway,
That's all the hearts.
Anthony Jones, and
One more.
Michelle Garcia. Thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate.
What about the thumbs up? What about the thumbs up?
That included the thumbs up.
Oh.
Also, my sister and your auntie, Camelia. Thank you for tuning in.
But I don't see Titi.
And I don't think she tuned in.
Hi.
But thank you
Hi,
guys.
Auntie
We
Cam.
appreciate it. She says, great review. Thank you. We'll be back to review future films in the future. Like I did that. Future films in the future. And
That
we
should
will
be your new focus thing.
we will leave
Focus
you
banner.
with our outro. And Ari, I will let you click that. You click that button right there. We'll see you guys next time.
See you next time.
Peace.
Peace.
Maybe.